Alright, we're back with a 6-point game of Vikings versus the Irish. Clash of Warlords, standard 12-inch in deployment. For terrain, we've got woods here, a rocky ground over here, marsh here, and ruins over there. On my side, I've got 7 warriors. This is a Irish hero. We got 8 Hearthguard, another Irish hero. We've got a unit of 9 warriors, a warlord, and a unit of 8 warriors. Over on the Viking side, what do you got over there, Don?
Got a unit of 10 warriors, a warlord, 4 Hearthguard, 12 warriors, and 2 small 4-warrior units.
All right, we'll be back for turn 1. All right, Irish turn 1. Wasn't feeling comfortable rushing forward with just 3 dice, so I really just did some maneuvering, staying just outside of 12 inches of all those Vikings over there. We'll see what happens next turn, see if those Vikings are coming forward or staying in place. All right, Viking turn 1. Started off with these 3 units using a maneuver to move over to the corner, get away from the ruins here. Then we had a unit of warriors move forward. I used Sons of Dana, killed 1 dude. Then the warlord moved up with his determination and moved another unit up with Wheel Bay. And that's it. Going into Irish turn 2. Alright, Irish turn 2. Used some free activations. First, I think started off with this hero, moved him up with his determination. Used Seed to give +1 to all their shooting at this unit there. Then I used the Old Way, activated 3 units of warriors, moved them up, started firing in there, doing casualties. Sent another warlord, fired up in casualties. A hero, moved up and fired casualties. These guys moved up. Even activated them the second time, threw in my combat bonus, 9 dice, got 6 hits, saved them all. He just had a lot of good saves this time, so he's down 1 die, but didn't do as much as I was hoping. So here we are going into Viking turn 2. Alright, Viking turn 2. So, turn started with a unit of about 2 warriors charging in over here and using Heimdall to go up to 4 dice. They attacked these warriors. They got wiped out and caused 2 casualties. Then Warlord moved up with his determination, and We Obey pulled these guys out. And I think it was just the Hearthguard came out this turn too, right? And the Hearthguard have moved forward. He still has a loaded battle board with Frigg, Asgard, and Ragnarok waiting, but now we're moving into Irish turn 3. Alright, Irish turn 3, another turn of pretty much just focus firing. This guy moved up a little bit, used Seed to basically mark the target. Then I used the Old Ways, activated these guys to shoot, caused casualties. These guys rested initially. Then the Warlord shot, and then finally the Hearthguard. They threw with a die, caused more casualties. I used a die then to activate these guys one last time, and threw in Firbolg to put them up to 6 dice. Finished off this whole unit here, spreading fatigue here and here. I still have 1 die left on Fianna, but I decided to chicken out and not activate these guys again and have them be fatigued. So now we're going into Viking turn 3. Alright, Viking turn 3. Ragnarok happened. So, started off with, I believe it was first this unit, which was over here, activating a second time. It's free charges with Ragnarok. That's something nice that I had kind of not seen coming. They came in, took a fatigue, but dumped it with Frigg. Wiped out this little unit of, I think it was 5 guys left. Put fatigues here and here. Then the Hearthguard activated, I think the Warlord, and the Hearthguard rested off of the Warlord's determination and Wheel Bay. Anyways, the Hearthguard moved in, charged these guys. They killed 2 Hearthguard, but the 4 Hearthguard were wiped out themselves, which put fatigue, I think, here and here. Then, let's see.
And the Warlord came.
Oh, then the Warlord charged my hero here, and he barely hung on. Ended up taking 3 hits, but it was just enough for him to save with the resilience. So the Warlord bounced with 1 fatigue. All right, going into Irish turn 4. All right, Irish turn 4. I think I start off with this hero, resting him with a die, and then using his free activation, moving down here, shooting into these guys. He used one of his fatigues to raise his armor. I don't think he killed anybody. Then I activated this other guy. This other hero went down here with his free activation, threw into them, but used seed to mark the target and give everybody else +1. Activated these Hearthguard. I think I may have rested them first with a We Obey, and then used a die, move over here, threw into these guys. I think he used maybe a second fatigue to raise their armor. Not sure. Down to 1 fatigue either way. Caused some casualties. Then I used the Old Ways, moved this unit over, caused some more good casualties. Forgot to move my Warlord. Should have activated my Warlord first. The Warlord ended up being in the way, because the plan was to move this unit of warriors over here to also shoot. But with the new 2nd edition rules, and you can't go around somebody, you got to go in a straight line, I was kind of forced to go up here and throw at the Warlord. Couldn't even get all my guys in. Only got 1 hit, and he saved it. Then the Warlord moved over, used Fearbulk, threw into them. I think caused 2 more casualties. Whittled him down to just 4, which isn't bad, but he's still going to have a die, and still dangerous. Going into Viking Turn 4. One last thing I forgot to note about Irish Turn 4. When these guys activated to shoot, he used Odin to put 3 fatigues on them and used 1 of them to raise his armor. That's why what the 2 fatigues are from. Alright, Viking Turn 4. So, things started off with the Warlord activating Njord, dumping fatigue off of this unit and this unit of warriors. Then this unit of warriors charged across here into these guys here. It was 4 on 9.
9, yeah.
He used Frigg to dump his fatigue, and Uller to give himself rerolls, and used, I think, one fatigue to...
raise mine and lower yours.
Oh, yeah. One fatigue to raise his armor and 1 fatigue to lower mine. Ended up killing 2 here. 3 of these guys died. They ended up bouncing. And the Warlord just kind of charged across here, going for it against my Warlord. No abilities. My guy's armor 4 because of his javelins, though. He got 5 hits. I managed to save just enough. Saved 2. Ended up with 3 fatigue. And the Warlord bounced because there's no casualties. And that's where we're at, going into Irish Turn 5. Irish Turn 5. Let's see. I think these guys activated first. Moved up, threw at the 1 remaining dude. Didn't kill him. But then I threw a hero, moved up, threw 2 dice at him, and managed to finish him off. Putting an extra fatigue on the Warlord, bringing him up to 2, I think it was. I think this guy moved up and then marked the Warlord with Seed. Then I used the Old Ways, activated these guys. They moved up, got 3 hits on the Warlord. When they I added Fearbulk for some extra dice. Out of the 7 dice, I got 3 hits. He didn't save them. He died. Then these guys rested with their activation. Warlord rested with his free activation and used his We Obey to move them up. And we're going to call it there. That's game. Irish shooting, pretty good still. Javelins, pretty awesome. All right, hope you enjoyed. All right, so that was my first full game using the Irish. And I gotta say, it went pretty well. Irish shooting's still phenomenal, and I feel like the board's still really pretty straightforward to play. I really predominantly just used like Seed, Fearbulk, and the Old Ways. Seed was great, +1 to shooting, and all I had to do was sacrifice my hero's shooting, which is only 2 dice. And all my other javelins are hitting like crossbows, which is fantastic. Fearbulk was great, 3 bonus dice, it's nothing to scoff at. I never got a stag, which would have really made it great, turning all my 6s into double hits, but whatever, still good. Then the Old Ways, activating 3 units of my warriors for just a single die, that worked out great. Between the Old Ways and all of the determinations and the Warlords We Obey, I was able to activate my entire force pretty easily. Now moving forward with the Irish, I'm thinking I may in the future drop the 2 points of Hearthguard. Then a melee armor of 4 is just a little too fragile for my taste. I think they could disappear really quick, and that's a third of my points. So in the future, I may be expanding to another point of warriors and a point of levy. I think I'll run the 4 points of warriors 9-7, 9-7 to like maximize their shooting potential. As for the slingers, I'm going to try them out first. Although in a game like this, I'm concerned that if they're hanging back, they may have been blocked out by all the other units too quickly.
So they may end up becoming Javelineers, Javelin guys, Javelin levy in the long run anyways. Anyways, there's my immediate thoughts on the Irish. They were a really fun force to play. See you next time.